Hi, I'm Jeremy Bohm, and you know we're only 3 weeks away from the How to Play Your Best More Often workshop on January 31st at Ardrey High School. Now today's tip can either be your biggest asset or it can be your biggest liability, and for most it's actually a liability. Now I'm talking about the word ego. Now think for a minute, what are the first couple of words that come to mind when we say that word? Most people think arrogant, they think self-absorbed, cocky, stuck up, and that's when ego gets kind of a bad rap and has a kind of a negative meaning. But on the flip side, ego can also be a strength. So let's kind of take a minute and compare when ego can be a strength and when it can be a weakness for you. If you're assertive, ego is definitely a strength for you. That means you're being proactive on the field or on the court. You're taking action. When you're being pushy, that's ego now becomes a weakness for you. Nobody wants to be around you. Nobody wants to work with you. You're having to have your own way. That can be a negative thing for you and actually hurts your performance. How about the word self-confident? That's when ego is a strength. Now you believe in yourself, you believe in your ability, you're taking action, you're excited about your role because everything is good for you and is clicking. But now let's say you're self-absorbed. That's not a title or a label that you want your teammates to give you. Self-absorbed is all about you. And if you're playing in a team setting, then it's not all about you, it's about your teammates. And they need to have belief that you're there for them as much as you are for yourself. So we're going to go into this in a lot greater detail on the How to Play Your Best More Often workshop and talk about ego and how it affects your performance and really kind of give you some different descriptive words. And we can begin to recognize this whole ebb and flow concept of ego. Now let me kind of take a step back and give you a real world example. I'm so excited because tomorrow on January the 10th, the Carolina Panthers are playing the Arizona Cardinals for the second round of the divisional playoffs. Now I'm really pumped because I just left the stadium at the Carolina Panthers. And on a side note, I've worked with them for 6 years in their off-season program, doing a lot of speed and conditioning for them. So I know the guys really well. And talking about this whole theme of ego, they can have big heads right now and be super cocky. But when they just left the locker room, they were headed out to do their walkthrough today. They're not. They're actually calm. They're very humble. They're very focused. They're focusing on what they have to do tomorrow in the game. But they could be all about themselves, couldn't they? Hey, look at us. We're the Carolina Panthers. We're in the playoffs. Other teams aren't. But you know what? They know that that'll hurt their performance. So I'm all excited. Watch the game tomorrow. And we'll see you on January 31st. And go Panthers.